Right, we should be live, hopefully. Let's see. Yes, we are. Okay, cool. Right, let's wait for a few people to get in, and then we'll get into this cockamamie story. All right. Here we go. I'll make sure my sound quality is okay. Yep, okay, we're live. Cool. Let's wait for a few bodies to get on in. Come in, say hello. Don't hide. It's all good. Big up. What's up? Nick Harmer. Channel member, good to see you, my man. Arrival Boxing Talking News. Big up. Chris Smith. Big up. Danny S. Charlie, hope you good. Thomas Till, Kurt Composure, Brian, Shane, Stuart, Tarmac, Tim, Monique, Techie Lemon, Dr. Ashley, John Cable, G-Man, Visual Takes, Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne, big up, my man. And everybody else in the chat. All right. Wow, this got real heavy, real quick. Make sure you click that thumbs up or thumbs down. Makes zero difference whatsoever as far as negativity or positivity. Just click one of them. Doesn't really matter because it puts this in the recommendation. Now, I'm going to get straight into it, okay? So we ain't going to muck about on this one. And I'm only going to do a very, very short live stream, okay? Because I don't have too much time. But what I will say on this one is I'm getting emails, I'm getting messages with people using my website, I'm getting posts on social media, on Instagram, on Twitter, I'm getting DMs, and people in the comment section say, hey, have you heard that Tyson Fury may have failed a VADA test, an A sample? Now, before we get into it, now I don't quite know where all this has come from. To be honest with you, I don't really care, because all I'm getting is a lot of messages of a small section of Wilder fans. Wilder does have a lot of real fans, but he's got a very, very small section of fans who can't let it go. They can't understand why their God, their king, their Messiah has just been exposed as being a mere mortal, where he got his backside absolutely annihilated. All right? So they're coming out with glove conspiracies, all kinds of different kind of glove conspiracies. I'm getting sent footage and clips of how Tyson Fury cheated to beat Deontay Wilder, but they're actually showing me clips from a fight 15 months ago. I'm not too sure how 15 months ago fight got anything to do with what happened 2 weekends ago. And this latest one about Tyson Fury is, well, sources are claiming that Tyson Fury has failed an A sample with VADA. Listen, if he has, okay, cool, we'll cross that bridge, all right? But first of all, if you're claiming that Tyson Fury or any fighter has failed a VADA sample, and that is a serious allegation, if you cannot put a source in your description box, if you cannot back up your source and just say, well, yeah, somebody told me, who's somebody? Somebody on Facebook, somebody on Twitter, on Instagram, somebody in your DMs, somebody down the pub, down the shops, who? What credible source told you this? Because at the end of the day, your accusations of Tyson Fury, and I'm going to show you the proof in a minute, okay, where if you are wrong on this one, well, first of all, you're posting without any kind of information, any kind of source, any kind of articles, any kind of videos, which is every time I do a video, I will always put a source in there to back it up what I'm saying. So if I'm ever wrong, I can always point to my source and go, well, that's where I got it from. And if you can't do that, it's called spamming. You can be reported, you could be struck off. And in addition to this, don't forget who Tyson Fury is promoted by and managed by. He's managed by MTK Global, first of all. Okay. Second of all, he's promoted by Bob Arum and Frank Warren. Frank Warren will sue you. Believe me, he will sue you. Now, I'll tell you where all this came from, or at least to my knowledge, this is where it all came from, and it's a joke that got out of hand. Okay? And big up a channel that I absolutely love, Ring IQ. Okay, he did this on social media. Well, I don't know whether or not he did it or he just got it and just posted it. And I'm thinking that it's kind of blew out of control. And you know how some of these absolute moronic Wilder fans just reach onto everything. They didn't finish reading it. And I'm going to show you exactly what it is I'm talking about. And big up Ring IQ. And I have to say, when I very first seen it, I went cold. I was like, what the? But anyway, there you go. I'm going to do this and I'll put it over the chat. Okay, there you go. Have a little read of it and drop me your thoughts. This is where it all came from. Have a little read of it. What are you thinking? It was a joke that went wrong. That's got out of control. And some of these Wilder fanatics have took hold of this and just read the first bit. It's a joke. And now they're claiming Tyson Fury failed an A sample. How about that? Look at the very end of it. And for those of you who can't read, hey, listen, not everybody can. I'm going to read it out for you, okay? This is Mauricio Suleiman, his official Twitter account. But it wasn't actually him, okay? Somebody doctored it, okay? Quite clearly. And this is what it says. VADA testing have reported an adverse finding in Tyson Fury's urine sample following his win over the bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder. Top Rank and the PBC and their respective teams have been notified. We can confirm he has tested positive for being an effing legend. I actually blanked that bit out, okay? Do you see? Do you see? And the Wilder fans, this is what the Wilder fans are reading, okay? This is what they're reading. They're not looking at anything else. That's what they're looking at. Absolute morons. Absolute morons. Do you see? Do you see? They are absolute idiots. I said, I don't know who come out with all this absolute nonsense, but if you're coming out with things and actually making videos and accusing Tyson Fury of something, you need to back it up. Put an article in your description box. Put a link to your source. Record the conversation, because you can be struck off. That is called spamming. Spamming is no-no here on YouTube. This is what I said to you guys before. Everything that I do and say on YouTube, I will make it clear it's my opinion. But if I'm telling you it's a fact, I'll put a link in the description box. I'll always back it up, so I'm always safe. Because I've made this mistake before. I've said certain things where I've read it online or this, that and the other, and I've made a video on it, and I forgot to put a source in there. And I've got a warning for it. So now I'll make sure every single time there is a source in there, and these Wilder fans can't let it go. That's a serious accusation. A serious accusation. But this is where it comes from. As I said, certain Wilder fans. What I'm saying, there's a small section of Wilder fans who are spoiling it for everybody else. Wilder has a lot of good fans out there who are realistic, saying, listen, we support our guy. He got battered. It is what it is. We all move on. I know how it feels. Joshua lost. I know how it feels. Dillian White lost. So I know how it feels. Cal Yafai lost last weekend. I weren't happy about it, but I'm not sitting around making excuses for it and reaching. Can you believe it? That people are actually doing this? As I said, if you can't back it up, what do you do? Anyway, I'm going to move this off the screen so I can actually read the chat. There you go. All right, so we're going to put that back on there. Tyson Fury, again, okay, let's look at the rules of VADA. And this happens time and time again. If there's ever an adverse finding with an A sample or whatever, before a B sample is even drawn, VADA will put out a statement. That's what they do. That's what they do. And if it turns out that Tyson Fury has failed an A sample, as I said, we'll deal with that when it comes around to it. But they're not going to do the A sample and then do the B sample and then release it. That's not what VADA do. UCAD, different. VADA, they just release the crap, okay? They will release everything. And big up to everybody in the chat, by the way. Big up. There's a lot of people in the chat. In fact, I don't know how many people's in the chat. 271 people. That means I should have 271 thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever it may be. I think you're right, Unrivaled. I think you're right.